If you traveled this past Memorial Day weekend, you probably noticed the increase in police officers on the road. That was partly a result of the national crackdown on seatbelt usage. Athens Midday reporter Linda Ubakatam is here live with an in-depth look at how the State Highway Patrol is enforcing this law.
What is the first thing you do when you get into a car?
It's been a while, but I probably fasten my seatbelt.
And troopers like Sergeant Max Norris of the Highway Patrol want to hear that from drivers.
Are you accustomed to wearing a seatbelt? Was your seatbelt on when you went by me? Because it didn't look like it was.
Memorial Day weekend is one of the 3 busiest weekends for travelers. It also wraps up All-American Buckle Up Week, during which police officers follow strict orders to make sure you are buckled up.
It's a statewide problem. And what they've done is they've added extra funding, given police agencies extra money in order to keep officers out there on federal time. Federal money from the government has given them overtime to go out and specifically work in order to do traffic enforcement.
If you're pulled over while not wearing a seatbelt, you'll be automatically issued a ticket due to state law. But why wouldn't people do something as easy as this?
I just don't think about it as much if I'm not behind the wheel directly. I just kind of forget about it.
And Alex Nickley is not alone. 18% of Ohio drivers do not wear their seatbelts. Lieutenant Dave Alwine says this lack of seatbelt use has resulted in many fatal crashes.
Obviously, if people are wearing their seatbelts, they're going to remain in the vehicle intact, and it will minimize fatalities and personal injuries.
Junior Lisa Corcoran experienced the life-saving abilities of her safety belt firsthand.
Instead of me going towards the passenger or towards the driver's side, the seatbelt stopped me and, cut my neck. Yeah, I had a neck and I had a little bit of scar from it, but all at the same time, I would have been through the window and onto the highway by that point.
Each officer of the State Highway Patrol is averaging 3 seatbelt citations a day in order to show drivers how serious they are about this law. But Sergeant Norris says some people still do not understand.
And they don't see the actual passion behind it and how deeply it affects me and people's lives if they're not buckled up, even they're involved in a crash.
But Sergeant Norris, like Lisa Cochran, has seen what can happen in a crash with and without safety belts.
From personal experience, it's not just something where, oh yeah, statistics prove, but it's because I've been in personal experiences where it has made the difference.